Time now for sports on 104.7 The Cave. Here's Ned Reynolds.
Mike, the intern, Ned Reynolds, in the studio. It is Tuesday morning. Yesterday, I saw a report that there may be a chance Russell Wilson might be coming to Kansas City to back up Patrick Mahomes. And I go, no, this is a bad dream. This is a bad dream. I know he's practicing Chiefs Kingdom, let's reign in the mirror right now. This can't happen. And then all of a sudden, I look up, the sky parts, my prayers are answered, and we're not getting him. We're getting Justin Fields instead.
And Justin Fields is to me, a very interesting selection. This guy is not somebody you throw in as a backup on every deal. He is a starting quarterback. And to accept what is called a backup role with Kansas City, which it will be when Patrick Mahomes comes back, is rather interesting on Fields' part. The Chiefs are one of the teams he wanted to be traded to. He didn't want to stay with the Jets. Who would? My goodness, he couldn't get things done. This guy in college was Big Ten Conference Offensive Player of the Year twice, All-America quarterback, championship-level teams, and he can play. I thought he was pretty good with the Chicago Bears, but evidently things didn't work out. Didn't with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They decided to go with Russell Wilson. And with the Jets, come on, he's with the Jets, and he has no team in front of him. He has a lot of potential. But to come to Kansas City as a, quote, backup quarterback, that is very surprising to me, and it tells me something. It tells me that maybe, and I'm speculating all on my own, maybe the recovery by Patrick Mahomes is not going as quickly as they said it is, and perhaps maybe he won't be ready by the first of the year or the second game or third game, and you want to have somebody who is capable of carrying on that offensive game plan, and certainly Fields is capable of doing that. He's a young guy. He's very experienced at what he does. I think it's a very good move by Kansas City. Relatively inexpensive. The Chiefs will pay $3 million of his $10 million contract. The Jets pick up the rest of it. And the Chiefs get a sixth-round draft choice in this year's draft to the New York Jets. So it's a pretty interesting deal, and I'm anxious to see what does happen. Hopefully that speculation is wrong and Patrick Mahomes is all set to go, but having been through this type of surgery myself, number one, and number two, knowing what's involved in it, it takes a while.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's disputing that. I think also it's to add to what you're saying in your point, when you got $500 million invested in someone, you're going to do everything you can to make sure that investment stays okay. And if that means give him some extra time, I think Fields is more than capable of helping us in those first few weeks, which is good. And we'll see what that running back core will be able to pull off for us in the meantime. There's been a lot of talk about which two NBA teams are going to be in new cities. We've got, I think, the front runners, Las Vegas and Seattle. What about you?
They are it. Las Vegas and Seattle have been designated as the two teams when the NBA does expand. Now, when that's going to be, some speculation that it may be 2028, 2029, maybe 2030. There's a whole lot of I's to be dotted and T's to be crossed before any kind of franchise, and these would be expansion franchises. Anytime those are involved, well, you have a lot of pre-workings to do. Seattle, well, this would be their second time. They had the Seattle Supersonics. They're now the Oklahoma City Thunder. So the NBA feels like Seattle is able to support an NBA team, so they're going to give it a second chance. Having a team in Las Vegas Las Vegas is becoming a big city. They already have pro football. They will soon have the athletics and pro baseball. Now they've had pro hockey with the Golden Knights. And now Las Vegas apparently is going to be in the NBA as well. Of course, they already have the Raiders. But, hey, fact of the matter remains, those teams were personal non-gratis in Las Vegas just a couple of years ago because of the gambling. Now they're all being, hey, come on in. We want you to be part of society. And indeed, that is turning out to be the case. So we'll see what happens. But Las Vegas and Seattle appear to be the newest NBA franchises.
And it sucks for the home team. Well, not necessarily, because it's interesting. Because you always, for the longest time, going out there and watching the Chiefs play in Vegas, I had the realization that, it's got to be unfortunate for the home team because every fan base is going to want to come here, whether it's football, baseball, basketball, whatever. But then I saw how they respond to the Knights, and I know the Knights are a really good hockey team, but they feel like a hometown Knights team there. So I'm wondering if is just more of the Raiders suck, and they just need to have a better team.
No, I think it's because hockey is alien to that part of the country. You had the Phoenix Coyotes, and they're now the Utah Mammoth. They moved out of Phoenix. I think what Las Vegas did was go on a big marketing campaign for the NHL and getting a pro team in there. So being the first one, I think that really adhered to the citizenry. And they won right from the very start.
And they got like I said, and they got to be better. Ned, we've got a change for Dodger Stadium. I'm sure you're not happy about this one either.
Say it ain't so, Shoeless Joe. Say it ain't so. 64 years it has been Dodger Stadium in the Chavez Ravine section of Los Angeles. But now a Japanese firm has revealed plans to rename the field and not the stadium. I think that's where the misunderstanding comes into play. And it's Uniqlo, I think is the name and how they pronounce the company. It's a fabric company. It would be named Uniqlo Field at Dodger Stadium. Well, it's always been Dodger Stadium, just as Arrowhead is always the Kansas City Chiefs, although they have a corporate name involved. Anytime you get the corporate name involved, unless it is a known part of the whole economy and things of that nature, it's pretty hard to continue it when you've had a name that's been around so long, like Arrowhead or like Dodger Stadium. We'll see what happens. But anyway, it's the field that's going to be named.
Well, first of all, I think Uniqlo, and it's Uniqlo, is a lot better name than GHAL whatever. Secondly, having been to Uniqlo's in Japan, those stores are awesome, and I would love it if it was Uniqlo Field at Arrowhead Stadium, because that means we'll be getting a Uniqlo at the stadium. That would be awesome.
What is Arrowhead's GEH?
GEHA.
I don't think they're going to be you're not getting a Christmas card from them this year.
I don't think so either. Sorry, guys. Tonight we will have a World Baseball Classic champion. This one's going to be on Fox, though. We'll all get to watch this one, right?
Oh, yeah. Everybody should see this one, USA versus Venezuela, and it should be a terrific baseball game. Both teams, well, the USA team is all major leaguers. The Venezuelan team is almost all major leaguers, and they're quite good. Beat Italy last night 4-2, and the Italian team, we all know about them. They beat the USA 8-6. So now Venezuela beats them, and the way the Venezuelans erupted with the victory last night, you'd think they'd won the World Championship, but they still have the USA to play, and that will be tonight at 7 o'clock at Lone Depot Park, which is the Miami. We were just talking about stadiums a little while ago, and this one is named Lone Depot Park now. It's a Miami Marlins home field, and it's a very nice stadium. It is built just for circumstances like this. They only seat about, I think a capacity crowd there's 40,000. That's all, just 40,000. But that's all the Miami Marlins ever hope to draw, because their crowds have been just awful. So last night they had, I think, 37,000 to watch Venezuela and Italy, and that's good. That's a very good crowd. They'll have a big one tonight, probably 40,000, and it should be a lot of fun. And this will bring to an end the World Baseball Classic, at least for now. Now, keep in mind, these players are very serious about what they're doing for a specific reason, because in 2028, when the Olympic Games are being played in Los Angeles, pro baseball players, and they've always been allowed to be pro baseball players, but this time the major league players are going to be allowed to play. It's going to take place between, I think it's July 13th through the 19th. It's a specific period, and Major League Baseball's owners have said, okay, you can have the guys. So that represents a different number of nations coming in there to Los Angeles for that competition. It will be a repeat of what we're seeing now.
A lot of fun, and has been so far. The competition has been awesome. We've got March Madness coming in full effect. Filled up my bracket yesterday. Our general manager, Brian Tyndall, will be happy to know that I agree with him. I think Duke's going to do it. You think it's going to be Florida, which I have them going down to the Final Four. But you feeling good this year?
Let me put it to you this way. Filling out a perfect bracket, what do you suppose the odds are?
You probably get hit by lightning being more common than filling out a perfect bracket.
It's termed in, I think, mathematics circles, it's infinitesimal, but the number is actually 120 billion to 1 of filling out a perfect bracket. 120 billion to 1. Now, there are facets around the country that will offer big money if somebody can do that. And even if you only get maybe one or two wrong, you get still a pretty big payment. But still, your chances are totally remote because the upsets will happen. But be that as it may, the brackets do begin. The first four is tonight. That's in the men's competition. They'll play a doubleheader, and the second doubleheader will be tomorrow night. And then the women's first four is also coming up tomorrow night as well. We'll talk more about that in a second.
So I just asked Google, the AI, how many brackets you would have to fill out to cover all possible outcomes in a 64-team March Madness bracket.
What is it?
It's like 9 quintillion. But she figured it out either way.
I want to meet the person who has time to fill out 9 quintillion brackets.
I wonder, I bet there would probably be mistakes, and there's too many variables to actually go through and check them. But I think AI could probably figure it out. I don't know though. It would be pretty quick. But I'm sure somebody's already way ahead of that and doing it right now, especially if they're playing those odds in Vegas.
Especially if they're out at work.
Yeah, well, that is their work. Missouri State Lady Bears are on the court tomorrow night. They got a good chance in this one?
Yes, I think they do. I think they have a very good chance. This is a play-in game, and I think the Lady Bears are a little bit disturbed that they've been placed in that bracket. Hey, they're there. They're in the dance, but the play-in round is the numbers that take it up to 68, from 64 to 68 teams. Well, the Lady Bears are playing in Austin, Texas. They are playing Stephen F. Austin out of the Southland Conference. I looked at Stephen F. Austin's record for this year, and it's all right. It's not a great record, but there is one common opponent between the two teams, and that common opponent is Louisiana Tech. They're, of course, a conference member with the Lady Bears. They are obviously not in the Southland Conference, but Stephen F. Austin played them and got walloped by Louisiana Tech by almost 30 points. Lady Bears defeated Louisiana Tech. Tells you something right there. The Lady Bears are a 2.5-point favorite going into this one, and I think they stand a great chance. Now, if they win, then they play Texas, and Texas is the top-seeded team in that particular region, and the Texas Lady Longhorns are very, very, very good. But, hey, it is what it is. Have to win them first, and the Lady Bears will get that shot tomorrow night.
Go Lady Bears. Ned, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.